The Atlantic Ocean batters the coastline of Galicia with 1,600 kilometers of coastline, also known as the Costa da Morte, that we sailed along. Its name comes from the catastrophes and shipwrecks that have taken place along its cliffs. During the winter, wind and sea storms are common, making it difficult to navigate through these waters. After making a short stop in La Coruña, spending a chatty evening with solo sailor Jan, we passed the Tower of Hercules, a World Heritage Site and the only Roman lighthouse still in operation today, and then surrounded the Cape Fisterra, the place Romans considered to be the end of the earth, as they believed it to be the world's most western point. From there we reached the Rias Baixas, the lower Rias, little fingers of ocean that cut into the land, which are known for their mild climate and for being a popular tourist destination during the summer. Here we were happy to welcome Ilya's parents aboard after a challenging journey against wind and huge barrels arriving from the vast Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, yeah, we are here in Porto Sin and we're staying here for a few days. Ilya's parents are visiting us for about a week, and we are again enjoying a beautiful sunset at the beach here before going to eat something in one of the local fish restaurants. This place pretty much reminds us of Norway because it has very fjord-like structures when you go in here, and we are in the northernmost Ria, in the Ria de Muros y Noia. I don't know the correct name, but yeah. And there are 3 more to come, and then we will continue our way south to Portugal.
Before we continued our way down south, we decided to have a closer look at the beautifully located Ria de Muros y Noia. Our first stop was close to the traditional fishing village Muros, where nature just seemed to be sparkling at us. Like at many beaches in Spain, we also found a freshwater shower here that you could use for free after swimming. These cold freshwater showers are the best if sanitary services are not available, as in many places we had been to. We continued our road trip along wineries and made a short stop in Muros, known for its freshly caught fish to be enjoyed in small taverns. It is located in the northwest of the Ria de Muros y Noia, where we strolled around the narrow lanes of the old town. Our next goal was the target of thousands of pilgrims who travel on the Way of St. James, in Spanish Camino de Santiago, every year. As the oldest and busiest pilgrimage route in Europe, you can reach Santiago de Compostela, Galicia's capital, through a number of different ways that originate in different places and cross the continent and the Iberian Peninsula. During our journey along Spain's northern coast, we had seen the famous St. James shell several times, leading pilgrims their way to Santiago. Nearly 1,000 years old, the cathedral in Santiago houses the tomb of St. James the Apostle. After embracing the bust of the Apostle located on the high altar in the cathedral, you can visit his crypt. On the Plaza de Inmaculada, in front of the huge cathedral, you could see lots of pilgrims arriving. Some in tears, some smiling from ear to ear, some just lying on the ground, airing their wound feet full of blisters while listening to street buskers. Just sitting in front of the cathedral, using your senses, you could feel this very special atmosphere. Okay, but why do people do this challenging journey? That is actually a question that we wanted to ask Nora, who also did the Camino, and also maybe her personal reasons.
Yeah. So a lot of people that I met went through some very personal sufferings, like loss of loved ones or deaths of family members, and other things that they were struggling with in life, and they decided to do that journey to overcome having to handle with these feelings. And also what surprised me, there were a lot of very young people that just graduated from high school and that didn't know what to do with their lives, that wanted to figure out what they want to become, and also a few people with disabilities and that challenged themselves with doing that kind of a long walk to show that they are still able, that they still have the power to be the owner of their lives. And that was really incredible to see and to meet all these awesome people.
All right, and how about you?
I did it because I did some several day hikes in Asia before, like I did the Himalaya tour and also some jungle trekkings in Indonesia, and I just fell in love with the feeling of walking day by day and just having nothing to think about then where's this day going to lead me to and what's for dinner. And it gets like that kind of routine just gets to be a very meditative feeling where you're totally in peace and yeah, just live in the moment.
Any crazy people you met on the way?
A lot. Some locals even joke about it being the psychopath. What do you want?
What I want, banana?
No, he doesn't like bananas.
I want big banana. But you don't have banana.
Here.
No, I don't have a banana.
I don't like your banana. Not good banana.
Yeah, so but still everybody's really interesting, and luckily I didn't meet anyone so crazy that I had to be afraid. I just had to learn to say no, because once you walk with someone, if you say I need some time for myself, I want to keep going on my own, then you probably never see that person again, and it's kind of hard to say please go, please leave me alone now. But on the other hand, you experience a lot of community, the whole crowd that's going, like you just recognize each other, and everybody is super friendly and very helpful, especially when you have blisters like I had, like 13 blisters on one feet. And then like people would just come and give me some creams or tips, or help put some more plaster strips on it, and or just give me an encouraging smile, and that was just really nice. And that's what people call the camino magic, and that's probably also because, or the reason why a lot of people come back and do it again and again. I also met a few camino junkies that did it like 5 times, or that did one, started with one and then decided they want to do all of them, all of the caminos. And that's a lot. And yeah, so they come back every time, and I don't know what they still have to solve, but probably a lot.
After making a short overnight stop in Porto Pedras Negras on the peninsula de Ogrove, we made our way to Vigo, which we explored by foot.
We hope you enjoyed the beautiful views in the Ria de Muros in Noia and had great fun learning about the Camino de Santiago from our friend Nora. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we visit the beautiful Isla de Cis that you can see in the far distance here. If you'd like to support our filming activities, have a look on our Patreon page to see how you can do so. We hope to welcome you on board again next time. Nos vemos!